G'day everyone, I'm Waylands, but most people call me Wally, and today we play some more Terra Invicta. So you join us at a bit of an auspicious time. Some time has passed, I think, roughly 12 months, maybe even? Not quite, I think about 6 months has passed, but not a lot has happened, but what has happened is reasonably significant. So I think we are due here, if we go into relations and manage. Yes, we can now improve relations with the European Union here, which means that, well, the complete opposite of Brexit can happen, and the European Union is going to completely absorb the UK. The other thing that is changed is that we are very close to pulling up our first coup. Oh, that's not good. Well, we'd like to get rid of those. I just noticed those there. Alien life forms. We'll get Zuckerberg on that rather shortly. Blix and Canva here are busily organising or fomenting an overthrow of the Project Exodus government here. Now, what do we want, Kazakhstan? Well, we want this space center. We want this the Bakinor Cosmodrome here, because just look at the amount of boost that provides. If we go to our biggest boost providing area over here, we've actually pulled ahead, but that's only after so much investment into boost. We are looking to take over this Cosmodrome because we are edging closer and closer to being able to put a mining hab on the moon. In space now, we do have low Earth orbit Stardock 1 here. Look, that's a placeholder, Stardock 1. If you've got a better idea for a name or you want it named after yourself, let me know in the comments. But basically, all we're doing here is, how do I get into the main view? Here we go. How do I get in there? This is how good I am at this. So at this stage, it is only a small solar collector, a platform core, and an energy lab. But energy lab grants 3% bonus to our investments in the boost priority module if it's in Earth interface orbit, which this is, up to a maximum of 30%. So if I build 10 of those, that gives me some good boost income. And here is our moon base, the Farmstrong base. The LUS has just let me know that it's lunar. And the plan here is to build an outpost mining complex. Problem is, this thing is stupidly expensive. It's going to cost me 56 boost, which I have 43 of at the moment because boost income is starting to chug along, and will cost me like ongoing boost and coin to fund from home. But we got to do it. We got to make the move into space. If I'm doing this wrong, please let me know in the comments. I mean, really, like I said, I'm kind of just fumbling through this. Like I said, I've watched playthroughs, but I've watched it more for the flow of the game, not the micromanagement that they do. So that's where we are at the moment. So without further ado, let's get back down to Earth here. See what I did there? Let's get back down to Earth. I'll grab my coat. Let's start assigning our boys here. So Zuckerberg, who better than to set national policy? So basically, Zuckerberg's just been going around on 69% chance mission just to inspire everyone. He's starting to roll around that 69 now, so much better. Dinesh, you can. Do we have any interest to defend? I don't think we do. But Dinesh can just advise over here in the UK for the turn. You two, you can repeat your missions. Hang on, we're gonna have a see what the coup chance is here. Let's have a look at Blix first. How good? How cooey are we here? We're not as cooey as we were before. We were much more cooey before. What's gone on here to bring that about? And Zuckerberg's taken down the alien threat. What a champ. What an absolute champ you are, Zuckerberg. So the big question is, where do we go next? We could take Europe. Not Europe, Russia. Russia is under control of the servants. There's lots of points in Russia with boost income. There's lots of good reasons to go in there and get a hold of their nukes, because the other way is that the other half of the nukes is under the control of this mob protectorate, which are the other alien-loving faction. So the majority of the world's ICBMs are almost in alien hands. As for the next goal, I mean, the long-term goal, I think, is going to be to start to absorb Russia over here, especially once we get Kazakhstan. If we can get the Russian Union, the Russian Federation, and the European Union under our control, that I'd be pretty happy with that. And I'd really just sit there and I'd turtle for a bit then, and do a lot of research and build up my space economy. I think that would be the ideal goal. But yeah, the other thought is to try and kick these guys out of here. But I think they're a bit better dug in than the servants are on the other side of the globe. Plus, it's logistically closer to deploy my armies, etc., etc. I think that's the way we're going to go. But we're at least going to spend a couple of turns consolidating now because I really want to get the 56 boost I need to get our mining platform up to the moon so we can start to generate some sort of space income. I know we won't be able to build everything in space on the back of that, but I've also got a probe on the way to Ceres, so perhaps I can start a mining operation out in the asteroid belt at Ceres, maybe, or even on Mars. It'll be a more rounded income from that. So much to think about. Right, we're going full send here. 64 influence for a 64% chance of success here for Blix to take out this defended control point here in Kazakhstan and give us full control. Then we'll have to redress all sorts of wrongdoings that have been done there since the start of the game. It just keeps flipping control, but I'd like to keep a hold of it for as long as I can. I really need the boost income from it. Let's get that target out of the way, and then I'm liking more and more of the look of Italy here, hey. I mean, these points here are undefended now. There's even some boost income here. They've gone and built like small amounts of boosts in all these European countries. I don't know how that plays out for me long term, but I suppose that's better than having all my boost in one area on that space station in Guyana. I keep calling them space stations. They're spaceports, aren't they? Launch facilities, space centers, space something. Anywho. Right, so there's a crackdown gone down there. I thought I put on a purge, but there's a crackdown gone down. So hopefully we can purge those guys out of there next turn and they don't defend. I think they'll defend though. But Blix has done it before. He'll do it again. And Mark Zuckerberg, look at him. Look at Zuckerberg here. He's just the man at the front line with the flamethrower knocking out alien flora. What a man. What a man. Right, it's purgy time. Let's get this one off. Oh, there's no more alien stuff for Zuckerberg left to blow up. Well, we'll have to go do something else. Right, I decided we're going to launch at Mars instead of saving up for that. We've got plenty of boost for it. We're going for this one here. I think that's the best one on the list here that's still available. Good income in everywhere except nobles, but we can get nobles elsewhere later. And there it is. Wow, the boys can roll today. We've taken over Kazakhstan. That's fantastic. We need to defend that for as long as possible now and milk it for all the boosts we can possibly get. Like, I kid you not long ago, the boost was 0.9 per day. Now it's up to 0.21 per day. That is so good. I've also started research into rocketry. And also, as a bit of a sneaky, I'm also taking control of Ireland here. So Islanders should be able to absorb into the EU straight off the bat as soon as the cooldown finishes anyway. What is it? Do I have a cooldown on this place? No, yet. So 178 days before we can absorb ourselves into the EU there. But nice little bonus here. There's a launch center here that gives a little bit of extra boost as well. So we've got all the boost in the world at the moment. So I think we're going to go about and defend some interest here. And well, can seriously consider what we're going to do next. I mean, just have a quick look at the councillors here now. Look, Dinesh has leveled up a fair bit. I need to investigate him for his loyalty, so I think it's actually probably closer to that 17 than it is to the 6 that it says there. But he's probably the one that's come along the least. I need to get a few more orgs under his belt. But as you can see, we're starting to pick up orgs at a bit of a rate here now. We've done some research progress. We've had some research progress and been able to get a project done that gives us more orgs per turn cycle, so that's good. But he's bringing in plenty of money. I'd like to see him get a bit of science up for when we just leave him to advise, so he's covering all the areas. But he's just a good old rounder with a good mission set. Canvar turning into a bit of a military and insurgent beast, even though he's a politician. Because he's from the USA, we've got the Air Force Research Laboratories here. I've got a more aggressive one, but the 25 research, that's just fantastic. That's so much extra research a month. I did go and have a look for an astronaut that brought in some boost income, but I just haven't been able to find any orgs that provide boost income that have been within our affordability as yet. But he's good. He does lose us a lot of money because this one of these traits here. What is he losing money for? Why is he losing money? Oh, it must be one of his orgs has an upkeep. All right. So that is costing us some money. But I think it's probably this one. Is it? Yeah, monthly income minus 65. There you go. There you go. This is the downside of it, but I think it's got good bonuses, plus 25 a month. Like I said, nothing to be sneezed at. Dr. Calvo continues to develop nicely. I'm just trying to give him all the science-based orgs and that sort of stuff that he can carry, because look at his research here. And his science score here is good when I send him into advice to countries. I mean, I'd like to give him a bit of command. So again, same with him. A little bit of command for him will make him more useful on the advise operation rather than just wasting a bit of money. But look, I did get that senior doctor trait, and I think I'm going to go straight for chief of medicine. That does give a lot of extra income. We'll have a think about it. But they've all had a few points popped into their strengths over since you last seen them as well. And Blix, he continues just to be the absolute god of insurgency and perjury. Hasn't killed anyone yet, unfortunately, but we'll get there soon. I'm sure. This game, I will kill someone. I have had a thought. Do I make a play for China here? As you can see, there's China's completely untouched. I could try and get some neighboring nation bonuses by starting to jump into some of these smaller nations around here, and just see what we can do. I mean, getting the Himalayan states there would be nice. What did I see before here? Yeah, Myanmar. I could get into there because there's like crackdowns going there, and perhaps we could put a bit of pressure on China and take over China, and at least keep the nukes out of these hands here, because that does worry me that they're getting adjacency pressure here. All right, a couple of the lads getting restless here. Disagreements between Dinesh and Blix, so I can support one and gain a mild bit of support from the other and lose 6 from the other guy. Or I can equivocate. Can I have a look at them, please? Blix, and so his loyalty is actually 14, so he could probably wear the loyalty hit. Dinesh, you can't. Oh, sorry, Blix. I'm going to have to send Zuckerberg out for his famous 69ing inspirations, dearie me. Just when you think you got a handle of this game and things are going smoothly and starting to go your way, it throws you just little things like that, like over time, just to keep the level of salt. There you go, Zuckerberg. Give him a 69, mate. 69 to inspire. Right, so India have given us a mission for Canva where he loses his government trait, which I really didn't want to lose. So here we go. So India's transmitted the details of its mission for Kanva Samudra. A high-level nuclear scientist has become disenchanted with the current government. China is offering to defect to India. Ooh, okay. However, India needs a deniable covert asset to go in there and extract them. All right. What chances do I have here? 40% success. 40% success. 40% success. Right. Canva, you might end up in the slammer here, son. I mean, no event works any better than the others. It's just what currency you want to pay. I think we're going to pay ops for that. The defective was scheduled making a long trek across the border, but Canva Samudra convinced him it was the best way. And it was. After a tense week of hiking and hiding, a defector made it out across the border and was able to travel safely to India. Mission accomplished. Canva, mate. 20 experience. Dude. Well done, Canva. Right, so I'm going interplanetary chemical rockets here for research because really I just want to boost I like the boost income for investment payoff, and I also want to reduce boost use. All right, it's reduced boost used. Okay. Past low Earth orbit. All right, and space tugs is speed. Right, and nuclear freighters is faster again, but expensive. 18%, that's juicy. That is good. For 100 points, I think I'll just knock that one off anyway. So this is Thailand under our belts here, so I think this is going to be A, it's got a ton of boost. B, this is where we're going to jump in and start trying to take this little portion here, take the leg of Southeast Asia here, and use that for adjacency pressure and trying to get our way into China here. Because no one's in here yet. I would still like to hear. And there is absolute fuck ton of boost spread across various points in China. So that is what we're doing. And we have also bitten in to Myanmar here, but we are at cap almost exactly. So not keen to push it further yet. So we're just going to consolidate where we are for now. And we are going to have a quick look. I think we're just going to shoot this bloody vision pile at our Mars base now. What can we build here? Yeah, nowhere to construct anything yet. So it's going to take... I can get that here now. A similar sort of boost cost. It only gives me 2 materials, whereas I can get all 3 of the 4 of the 5 material types from the other one. Yeah. I think I'm just going to send it out to Mars. It's going to take a while to get there, but do you know what? It needs to get there. Needs to get there now anyway. Right, in we go. Outpost mining complex. I still can't quite do it. 100. Oh, great jiggly moogly. 125 boost. Far out. Bugger me. I really need to have a bit of a look at how I do this space thing. I'm really keen to start, but it just seems I don't have the rockets or the speed or the boost income yet to get anything there reliably. And no means to build anything. Perhaps once we've unlocked like construction habs and we can build things like perhaps even just building a space dock. It means we can like transfer it better. I don't know. I'll have to have a mess about. But I think we're going to sit on that boost for now. It's good to be sitting on all that for when we need it. Then we can do like a mass launch when we've got a bit faster rockets. I am researching space tugs, so that'll reduce that by 10%. But you know, it's only reducing that by 4.5 days out of the 450. Oh, dearie me. Never mind the boost costs. So let's just confirm these new nations here as our allies. There we go. And we're still waiting a bit on, where are we? We're still waiting on absorbing Ireland and when can Ireland? 101 days for Ireland, and oh, we might be there for these guys. No, December. Right, we're getting there. We're getting there. Ooh, we've got a chance to steal a project here. Right, this will be interesting. Right, nice. Come on, look at Calvo's his research and his GDP investment boost. Like I said, we just need to get him some command, and he's like the ultimate advisor. He's carrying a lot of orgs. Nice. Oh, he's rolled a 1. Oh, I set him on a 30 as well. I meant to give him some boost for that, and he's rolled a 1. Good man. I think that's all the drama's done to Blix's morale. That was caused by the mission that Canvar did. So that's a good outcome. Rightio. We'll take the Never Drive. Thank you very much. Wow. Big brain move. Gain access to the research. Also acquired 0 science from their archives. Cool. So what does that give us? We're going to have to go have a look. Oh my God, guys. Look at this. The servants. They've got this out in space. Outpost core. And a mining complex, yeah. I gotta send the mining complex to the moon now, or we're just gonna fall so far behind. Boost cost to get it at the moment to Mars, a little prohibitive, but sure, we're just gonna keep founding bases on Mars until we've at least got a good income, and at least they're held, or we can trade them away to other factions. So out comes the mining hab here. They're gonna take 65 days to get up here, but it'll get here soon. And that is a start to mining in space. Well, I think that's where we're going to leave today's episode, guys. I think there's enough content there to put an episode together. So going forward, we're going to at least have a toy with the idea of taking on China or absorbing China into our little power bubble. And securing their nukes first there, because we really need to. And then have a think about how we're going to deal with the servants in Russia and the protectorate in the USA. Thank you all so much for watching, guys. My name's Waylands, and I'll see you next time.